Thank you, Ozaji. Revered guest of honor and Lord speakers at the dais, distinguished participants, media persons, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and warm welcome in Kathmandu. It is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to inaugurate this Evaluation Conclave 2013 under the title Evaluation for Development, organized by Community of Evaluators. This event is particularly significant because developing economies which follow periodic planning process sometimes fail to recognize the importance of evaluation of objectives, strategies, and outcomes of projects or programs at different levels. No doubt, evaluation as an integral part of activities ranging from planning stage to completion of project or program has been established, yet in certain corner, occasionally feeling seems to have occurred among the stakeholders to minimize the relevance and inseparable element for a successful implementation and completion of projects producing results. Some clarity of vision among policymakers and administrators of projects and programs regarding monitoring and evaluation seem lacking and take the issues interchangeably. Built-in mechanism of monitoring cell has been set in each project besides various agencies authorized to monitor. This fact has misled many stakeholders as to the requirement of evaluation, since the feedback from monitoring would be a sufficient ground to run the project in proper direction. The information emanating from monitoring essentially becomes the input for evaluation. It is necessary, therefore, a conceptual matter that necessitates to remove confusion between monitoring and evaluation, but should be perceived that evaluation, being independent by its very attribute, is being facilitated by the information generated from the monitoring exercise. The theme of this conclave, Evaluation for Development, emphasizing that evaluation should ultimately make a difference in the lives of needy people, is extremely relevant in the present context, since the governments in the third world countries, including those in South Asia, have been historically excluded for their better living conditions through inclusive development policies and interventions. In order to translate policies into practice and achieve the outcomes of the development interventions, monitoring and evaluation is extremely important. Institutionalization, the ME, especially evaluation, have been a must for the evidence-based decisions, maximizing the value for money, saving precious time, lesson learning from experiences, and also ensuring accountability in development management. This is also crucial for achieving the targets we have set collectively, like MDGs at the international level and SARC DGs at the regional level in South Asia. In Nepal, although planned development efforts started since 1956, the importance of institutionalizing the monitoring and evaluation system in the development planning process only realized in late 1980s. Various efforts have been made since the inception of planning to a robust M&E system and effectively implement it. Monitoring and evaluation frameworks have been developed and separate M&E unit is created in the National Planning Commission, Ministry of Finance, and in all development-related line ministries. At the apex level, National Development Action Committee has been formed under the leadership of the Right Honourable Prime Minister, and at the ministry level, Development Action Committees have been formed at ministries to regularly review the progress and resolve policy-related issues and problems encountered by programs and projects in their implementation. These institutions have created spaces for policy makers and practitioners to discuss development-related issues and resolve problems faced by projects. In evaluation fronts, the National Planning Commission has made provision of setting aside funds for monitoring and evaluation while formulating the project to ensure the M&E take place. Each year, the NPC selects some projects, whether completed or ongoing, for evaluation and facilitates the evaluation process, hiring independent third parties through competitive bidding process. The reports of evaluation studies are disseminated in the presence of broad range of stakeholders and urge them to implement the recommendations. Despite these, we have realized that there is a long way to go to effectively institutionalize evaluation system in the country, improving the quality of reports for which capacities both within and outside the government system is utmost essential. Forum like this, Conclave, provides us an opportunity to share our experiences, learn from each other, and resolve the issues we have been facing in the course of making the evaluation effective, result-based, and practical. Development management, where various factors coalesce, have been complex, which the evaluation discourse should also encounter and need to come up with theoretically and practically acceptable solutions. Evaluation and cross-cutting with policies, programs with sector-wide approaches and interventions specifically designed in conflict situation may need specialized wisdom of evaluation more than business as usual, for which such international gathering and professional interactions of experts and practitioners, I hope, certainly adds value, creating new knowledge in this field. Novel issues exist before the evaluators with the emerging topic like climate change adaptation, which needs distinct view merely because results from the implementation of projects in such areas do not materialize similar to other projects. New ideas and innovations could be foreseen in evaluating the projects if technologies and rationale are put together to maximize the results out of given resources. This challenge is before this august galaxy of evaluators to sort out the issues appeared before the nations with different level of development and the administration involved in managing resources. Similarly, cultural settings also bear relevance in holding the reputation of evaluation. The level of expected outcome from evaluation largely depends upon the degree of good governance, tolerance to improper conduct in the country. High degree of integrity requires to perform the task of evaluation, particularly because ex ante or ex post benefits may accrue, for which the evaluator needs to demonstrate considerable level of indifference. Evaluation, though, may cover general aspects based on the principles, but a specific purpose of evaluation may be focused depending upon the need of a particular project. Validation of a development strategy may require in some projects, while mid-course correction in others. Improvement in project or program design and implementation may require during the course of evaluation. Funding decisions and ensuring accountability in projects could also be part of important missions to be fulfilled by conducting evaluation to accomplish the goal of evaluation that involves critical resources like funding, time, and skilled human resource should be undertaken with full cooperation and participation of the stakeholders. To make this happen, the evaluators should be able to spell out in intention or rationale to the stakeholder for evaluation from the very outset. He or she should demonstrate independent character, probe transparent, impartial, ethical, that is refrain from elements of conflict of interests and the time-bound results of evaluation exercise. These attributes are test cases to evaluators and need to be proven themselves before undertaking the responsibility of evaluation. Principal objective is to get involved stakeholders to participate in the evaluation process in order to achieve informed decision making. No such sacred element lies there in the generation of information in the course of evaluation. Whether the objectives and the strategies set prior the implementation of projects are materialized or not concerns primarily. If not, the vital information thus obtained will have the critical role to preempt the project from incurring huge damage or remain away from the situation of not materializing the set targets. Evaluators are expected to dig out the problems and sort out in such a manner that resource utilization is optimal in the interest of the stakeholders. Present conclave will consider the contemporary issues and evaluation and find out a way out only to uphold the reputation but also lift up the stature of the profession thus far maintained. It would be imperative to share the illustrious example of results achieved through the intervention of evaluation process, timely correction of potential wrong direction in projects through evaluation undertaking are possible that helps to make the project cost effective and timeline maintained. Finally, I would like to extend my good wishes to all the distinguished delegates and hope that 4 days conclave will be a grand success and hope that your stays in Kathmandu will be very fruitful both in discussing the issues and coming up with new knowledge on the discourse of evaluation and also exploring the beautiful country and Nepalese people. Thank you.